I'm in the PhD in Information Systems program here at DSU, specializing in data analytics. I'm from Ghana, West Africa. DSU is well known for its computing programs, especially in the areas of cybersecurity and analytics. So it made sense to come here.
Martinson Ofori grew up in a farming community in West Africa. He used his ag background and his field of study to create an award-winning smart ag project titled Smart Agriculture Beyond Industry, analyzing the future of agriculture through social media insights.
Well, in 2018, I got to co-author a book with my research advisor, Dr. Elgaya. Whilst we were in the process of investigating the challenges and the drivers behind smart agriculture, we started thinking, is this notion of smart ag just an academic thing, or is this something that is out there for the public to know? We decided to mine social media for unsolicited insights. We considered two things actually. There was social media and there was industry reports from news and blogs. We mined insights from Twitter, from Reddit. There were forums like Baidu, Yahoo. We didn't want to limit ourselves to just one point of view, so we mined the entire social media for these insights. We went as far back as January 2010, and we managed to get insights from about 190,000 users and posts, and that was what shaped this whole concept.
Martinson's work actually, in my opinion, is very unique, particularly in smart ag, because what we try to look at is try to leverage social media and mine social media for insights that will tell us essentially how people are perceiving smart ag, and also, more importantly, what insights can we get in terms of drivers for smart agriculture, as well as impediments or issues or challenges that might confront farmers.
Stakeholder expectations can be different from what smart ag innovations actually deliver. Ofori's study looks at what is posted on social media and the public perception of smart ag and its perceived drivers and challenges. He was surprised to find that today's farmers and ranchers are much more welcome to the idea of automation being used, also known as artificial intelligence or AI.
Interestingly, a lot of social media users were happy about putting AI and big data and drones inside of agriculture. It means that we are going to get a lot more youth involved in on-farm practices because of the technology involved, without thinking that it is more of an old-fashioned or old-time kind of job.
It's how do you make machines or computers behave in a way that we normally associate with human intelligence. So if I give it a picture of a plant, the ability to recognize the plant or to identify if that's a weed or not, okay, that would be an example of an AI application.
Using 8 years of posts from a variety of social media platforms, Ofori discovered 7 key drivers and challenges for smart ag. Enabling technology is one. What is currently being used by those in the ag industry, such as the internet, solar and wind power, and even AI. Another driver includes data ownership and privacy. Who owns the information being posted online? The remaining drivers are accountability and trust, investments, job security, and climate change.
We are talking about data being used to make farming better. So then who owns this data? Where do we keep this data? How do we make sure that the data is secure? But from the point of view of most social media users, this data should belong to the farmer. When we say accountability and trust, most of the decisions going to be made on the farm are by what we call artificial intelligence. So if that is the case, then should things say go wrong, who do we blame? Is it the artificial intelligence? Is it the person that developed it, or is it the farmer? So how do we trust the decisions that are being made by this so-called AI? For investment, we're looking at industry players like the John Deere's, like Monsanto, Bayer. Are they interested in smart agriculture, and what are they doing about it? Is the World Bank, for example, the UN investing in some of these technologies? When we talk about job security, what we were looking to find out was, is this robots or artificial intelligence, is it going to take over the jobs that belong to the farmers? Are people happy about it? What exactly do people think about automating jobs in the farm? Climate change, what we were looking at was how is these technologies going to help aid the changes in the environment? Because if you have artificial intelligence involved, then it means that you can be more precise with how much fertilizer you are applying to your produce, or how much antibiotics you are giving to your animals. So then it goes a long way to make sure that we don't pollute the environment or our water supplies.
Global warming obviously is a big element in this discussion and this conversation. It all comes down to a very, if you will, simple statement. In other words, our goal is we have very limited resources, and how can technology be used to optimize the utilization of these resources to maximize food production. So on one end, climate, global warming, if you will, is putting pressure on global agriculture productivity, while at the same time we have the number of people and the demand for food is increasing at a rapid pace. So if we don't do something, that we will have a gap that we will have to contend with, and that gap will continue to grow. Technology obviously has been brought to that equation at a proportion that was very interesting to see, at least on social media.
Ofori hopes his research will help those in the ag industry better understand how to take social media and use it to move agriculture into the future. The project took first place out of 14 graduate projects at the Dakota State University Annual Research Symposium in March of 2019.
I'm certainly very proud of the work Martinson did and the work that we did together. I think the key element of that is the scope, if you will, the scale of the project, being able to tap social media, which you can arguably say is a very rich environment for insight, if you will, especially if it is subjected to some kind of organized and systematic research to kind of infer these meaningful insights.
We hope that at least the players in the industry would look at the perception that people have smart agriculture and then tackle some of the issues that were raised. That is, for example, the accountability and trust issue. There should be regulations around some of these things. Looking at privacy, data ownership, there should be some sort of governance around those issues. I would like to go back and institute some of these things back in my country, and then collaborate with some people in the US as well to make sure that we have some of these things going on.